said, bro, you just can't put on the general public to underground artists. So I'm like, hold on. Y'all don't want y'all underground artists to blow up? I'm trying to understand it.
Alright guys, Cenat was recently quote unquote put on to the underground, where he reacted to a bunch of artists on stream, and fans are throwing a fit to say the least. They feel like Kai is disingenuous and are mad because their favorite underground artists have now been exposed to Cenat viewers. So anyways, I'm gonna explain what exactly happened, underground fans' reactions, Kai's reaction to the reaction, and lastly, why these fans are mad and why I think it makes complete sense why they acted this way, even though it's stupid. So let's get into it. Alright, so here's what happened. Basically, Cenat went on stream. He was like, for about an hour and 30 minutes, I'm gonna react to underground music. And this was just like a cool little segment he thought he was gonna do.
Okay, and then I'll say Tana, and then
Tana's on this list right here.
and then Che Romani. That should be good. Like those are you should do.
So basically, this guy sent him a Google Doc filled with underground artists, and it wasn't a bad list. There was some cool artists on here. There was like Swappa, I don't know why V's was there, Cash Cobain, Until Japan, Xavier, Rezo, Lil Shine, Ecstasy, Woke Ups. You know, they had some real underground artists though. It was pretty cool. But anyways, he didn't actually react to all of them. He reacted to just a couple. He reacted to Until Japan, Jace, Netspend, Bonoff, Osama-san, and Glock 40 Spaz. That was it. And here's what he thought of them. You could see for a good amount of the stream, like for example, Netspend, like this was his reaction most of the time to like listening to Netspend. That was Shine in Peace. He was like, but he kind of held his tongue. You could tell he didn't want to say what he really felt about the music. And I'm gonna give you a little like story from the past. This one time somebody played him Lasered Him, right? And he was like, bro, what the hell is this? Like he really just said, and by the way, if you don't like something, there's nothing wrong with saying you don't like something. He's like, bro, what is this? You guys all listen to this music? 2 weeks later, Lasered Him blew up, and he called Lasered Him to be on the stream with him. Laser was messing with him, but everyone was like, yo, you were calling this guy trash just like a couple weeks ago or like a month ago. I kind of bit him in the back. Anyway, so that's why I think he was refraining from being negative in any of these streams. He was kind of just like sitting there and was, oh, that's cool. And he was messing with some people. Like for example, he really liked Osama-san's song Trenches. Like, man, I didn't get me a VHS camera. Blah, blah, blah. Like he was messing with that song. He really liked Jace's 20 Minutes remix. He was also really messing with this one Until Japan song, Kiss and Tell. And for some reason, he just really liked Until Japan. He started with them, and Until Japan had this like huge spotlight just shown on him just by chance. But right after this, underground fans were not happy. For example, Underground Sound on Twitter posted, cringe new gens have found the underground because of Cenat's recent Twitch stream. Rip the underground. Someone said, Rap Caviar listeners have infiltrated the underground. Cenat put me on. It has started. And they're just showing screenshots of like fans saying Kai put me on in the comments section of like some of these songs. Someone said, the majority of people are offended by Kai listening to underground music, but found out about Lucky through Bruce. Drop him off. Bruce Drop Him Off used to be like a huge proponent of Lucky's, like a huge fan, supporting him all the time. They've done streams together. They have like a vlog together. And a lot of people found out about Lucky through Bruce. And he was kind of like early on, I don't know about the underground, but just like this whole like rapper streamer thing that makes sense. Of course, A and Ross exists. Another person said, nah bro, they're D1 new gens. I'm about to crash out on Phonem. These kids tripping. Y'all offended that Kai listens to the underground, so now y'all hate him? Underground fans are actually pathetic. They were specifically mad that Kai had quote unquote put on a bunch of people to Until Japan. He was like these underground fans' hidden gem, like, oh, you're not supposed to know about this guy. And by the way, Until Japan is only being held back because he refuses to like put his face out there and drop music on a timely basis. But anyways, someone said, Until Japan is ass, why you stressing bro? F you, Cenat. And of course, it wouldn't take long for the king of underground Twitter, Gas Baby, to speak, saying, why are y'all mad he's getting recognition? Someone said, because Cenat's audience is the same audience that listens to AI Cardi. Basically, the fans don't want to feel like they're listening to the same thing that these other bots or NPCs are listening to. That makes them feel less special, you know? They want to feel cool, right? Someone said, Until Japan, the Cenat guy, that would actually be hilarious if he became the Cenat guy. We should start calling him that from now on. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Someone else said, because it's not recognition. They don't even like the artist. They just there because a streamer co-signed him. And Gas Baby said, you never had one of your friends put you onto an artist. So I would say this comment has some validity. He's basically saying, yo, he's about to gain a bunch of unauthentic fans. They just like him because of this one moment or this one cosign. But that's nothing different from a TikTok cosign, which is like how 90% of these underground artists have gotten any like motion whatsoever. It's all from TikTok. So you could actually argue this is more of an organic way to blow up, because Until Japan's team did not like pay Kai Cenat or anything. It was just, he just did it. But anyways, Kai Cenat was walking in an airport and a fan told him, in real life by the way, like this guy really told him this in real life. He said, yo bro, I don't appreciate you messing up the underground, man. Like, who do you think you are, dude? Like, how dare you do this? And in a video, Kai Cenat kind of shared how appalled he was. He was like, what? So I'm gonna play the video for you.
Come up to the airport, and a kid comes up to me and says, bro, chill on the underground music. I say, what do you mean? He said, bro, you just can't put on the general public to underground artists. So I'm like, hold on. Y'all don't want y'all underground artists to blow up? I'm trying to understand it.
So basically, Kai was like, wait, I thought you guys wanted me to shine a light on these artists. I thought you guys were fans of these, because don't most people want artists who they listen to do well? I thought it'd be cool.
I'm trying to understand why they don't want their artists to blow up. Because I'm thinking like, hey, like if I discover some, like if I like literally come across somebody that y'all recommend and play them on stream, like there's a chance that more people will become in tune, more people will like it, and I just thought that'd be good. But apparently that's not the case.
And people were hating quite a bit under this post. One person said, F Kai and his robotic ass fan base. As an underground fan, I want to see my favorite artist struggle to find his next meal. I don't want these losers fighting my artists on TikTok and Kai Cenat. He was obviously joking a little bit, but that's kind of how these people think. Why is his crew and him dressing up in all black, walking out at nighttime? Is he really trying to force out the fact that he's a vamp? Here's the reality though. Kai isn't 00 and never will be. He's a new gen LARPer and should never try to steal vamp aesthetics again. Shit is serious. On 5. Someone else said, this type of gatekeeping is so stupid. You don't own the artist, you nerd. It's counterintuitive too, because if you want more music, the artist should see success or they will most likely stop. And guess who else reacted? Bruce. He said, you have to genuinely like it, bro. Not that hard to get. And someone said, he never is gonna add those songs to a playlist, just hopping on the trend. Someone responded, you're such a loser, bro. It's just music. There are bigger problems in the world to worry about. I don't give up just not being genuine, LMAO. Someone else said, after Kai Cenat reacted to underground music, I'm convinced a lot of people only listen to it for the aesthetic and to look cooler than everyone else. Because like, how do you not want your favorite artist to blow up? And by the way, before I make my next point, I kind of want to show you what the kid who walked up to Kai Cenat looks like. This was him in the airport, and Kai Cenat was like taking a picture of him. He also took a picture with Kai. Someone said, you were the one that said chill in the underground, huh? He said, hell yeah, he was laughing. Industry be fake, man. Of course, we want folks to see success, but it sometimes can get milked. I find it hilarious that this white kid named Christian Higgins finds himself like the underground police or some shit. Like, bro, this is probably the corniest thing you could have said to him. Anyways, I'm gonna give you someone's more, I would say this is how this guy genuinely feels, and he definitely explained himself a bit better. He said, first things first, no, it's not because these artists are actually getting attention. That is a good thing, and if you see it as a bad thing, you might as well just stop listening to these artists. The issue is that the underground artist isn't supposed to be super popular, and as a whole, it just got a huge spotlight shined on it, or shown on it. The underground in recent years has already been popularized, and that's why underground is the way it is right now. It's never been this popular as a whole in the past, which has resulted in extreme oversaturation, and overall, the fan base is the worst it's ever been. These two issues, oversaturation / fan base, isn't that the same thing? But okay, are only gonna get worse now that the underground finna mainly be Kai Cenat's audience. That's great for the artists, but overall, this is not good for the community. I'm calling it right now. Go outside, not gonna lie, condoning gatekeeping, corny as hell, and the reason the underground in shambles. All right, yeah, I think he's kind of lame for this take in the first place. So I wanna dismantle two things. Number one, none of these artists are gonna blow up because Kai Cenat reacted to them on stream for like 10 minutes, okay? I would say the only artist in that list that I played you, because remember, you gotta understand, he listened to Netspend, Osama Sun, Jace, Glock 40 Spaz, he listened to like a Vanoff song, and he listened to Until Japan. Until Japan was the only like artist you could really say is underground. The rest of these guys have hundreds of thousands, if not like 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. That's not underground. I hate to burst your bubble. The next thing is, Until Japan is not gonna blow up because Kai Cenat listened to him for like 10 minutes. Sure, he's gonna get more recognition, and if he drops, you know, a little after this, it'll be great for him. But he didn't do anything crazy. The other thing about him being like not genuine and this and that is he doesn't need it. Like, bro, he's not making this his whole personality like you guys. He's not pretending to know these artists. When he was reacting, he was like, yo, chat, what should I listen to? And also, if you watched part of that video, you would see that his fans were hating on that shit so hard. They were calling Until Japan a Cardi clone. They weren't messing with most of these artists, and he was honestly being kind of nice. Sure, I think it's kind of fake. I would compare Kai Cenat to like whatever Kevin Hart and The Rock are to like, I don't know, like Hollywood, or like a lot of these actors are. You know how they're kind of like just, they're kind of like politically correct with their opinions and what they're into and how they, you know, talk and move. Kai Cenat is kind of like that, but that's just how he moves on the internet. You know, he's like ultra positive, has a bunch of energy. He doesn't really hate like that. I think he's scared to hate now. I don't know if you guys know this. Kanye sent him like an oversized pair of like sweats or something from Yeezy, and they started beefing because of it. So Kai really doesn't really hate like that much. I think that it would have come off as a bit more genuine if he gave some critique, but also you can't really win, because think about it. What if he said like, yo, I think this song is trash? You guys would still be hating, like, bro, you just don't get it, man. Like, dude, like, you know what I mean? So I don't really think there's any winning. I think a lot of these fans think they're like really cool for listening to it. So, you know, they don't really want to be in the same league as like people who listen to Kai Cenat or watch Kai Cenat, which is like little kids. They don't want their favorite artists to be listened to by these people, I guess, which is really corny if you think about it. Another thing is Kai Cenat has been getting like hated on by fans for this. Back last year in October, he put on like this whole fit when he was reacting to Ken Carson, and people were saying the same thing. This guy rides every single album. When is he gonna be honest? Because the shit I'm hearing is ass. That was probably from his fans, not someone who's like into Ken Carson. And they were making fun of his fit. He was trying to be like Opium. Basically, he just wore a ton of black. Like, bro. But on top of that, the interesting thing about this is like streamers are like the new meta for reacting to music. So like Lil Yachty, when he wanted to preview a song, like when he wanted to preview his song with Ian and himself, he sent it to Kai. When he wanted a Drake song that was a collab with him to see the light of day that they couldn't release due to sample clearance issues, he sent it to Kai. When artists want to promote their new album, they don't want to go on a radio interview. They want to go on a stream. They want to go on like a streamer's stream. And the reason for that is because these streamers have so much motion. It's like the new meta for putting your music out there. Like Laserdisc, as much as people say that, or no, sorry, as much as he put himself on, and he did do that, Plaqueboy Max really helped him so much. Because you gotta understand, Plaqueboy Max has viewers that would be into that type of music because of their age group, but also just wouldn't find that organically, and him pushing Laserdisc made so many people find him. Like, I was talking to some dude that doesn't listen to any of this music whatsoever, and he's like, oh, I know that one guy Laserdisc because I watch Plaqueboy Max. And you gotta understand, there's so many people like that. You know what I mean? Another thing about like underground artists is that, you know, some of them eventually become mainstream. They become bigger, and that's when the music becomes kind of trendy. And, you know, there are always like new waves coming up, things dying, you know what I mean? And it's just how it goes. But anyways, that's it really. Let me know whether or not you think Kai Cenat is disingenuous. Like, he made it pretty clear he doesn't actually listen to any of these artists, so I don't really know what the problem is in that front. I get why some people were kind of cringing. I think it was just a cool moment, but, you know, everyone has their own opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye.